Welcome to my channel and this short class with the ball. Let's start off with the ball in between our legs, placing it as close to the groin as you feel comfortable. Place the hands on the center. Take a deep breath in through the nose, and as you exhale, feel your pelvic floor muscles and your stomach muscles engaging, and squeeze your knees in towards each other. Inhale through the nose, filling your lungs with air, and as you exhale, feel that deep connection to your center and squeeze the knees in together. We're going to try and maintain that connection to the center throughout the whole class. Reach your arms out, press them into the floor. This time as you exhale, feel that center connection and just roll the hips maybe an inch or so off the mat and coming back. Again, peel your hips off just a little bit so you can really focus on that deep work through the stomach and the pelvic floor muscles, and release the hips down. Rolling up. This time keep pressing the feet down into the floor, come up a little bit more. And relax it down. Again, push down to float the hips up as high as feels good for you, rolling down one vertebra after another. Again, peel your hips off, press down with your feet, lift your hips as high as you want, slowly rolling down. One last time, we're going to go up. This time I'm going to stay up there and squeeze the knees in together. Squeeze. Each squeeze intensify the sensation in the pelvic floor muscles, and slowly rolling down one vertebra after another. Bring the ball in between your knees. With the ball in that new position, again lift your hips up. This time reach your arms up and over, and again squeezing in and in and in. Keep squeezing as you roll down one vertebra after another after another. Bring the arms back, press them into the floor. And let's go again. Press the hips up, reach the arms back, and squeeze in and squeeze. Keep lifting your hips up as you press down and slowly rolling down inch by inch. Let's take the ball and place it underneath the hips. Find a comfortable place. Just allow the hips to really relax and sink into the ball. Let's take a gentle rocking up and down as if you're massaging your sacrum, your lower back into the ball. Minimum effort required for this. Nice gentle massage, mobilizing the spine. Let's take it into circles. Again, with that sensation of massaging your lower back. Feel how the stomach muscles engage in order to do this. And reverse the direction of the circle. Keep the knees parallel to each other, just moving from the hips. Coming back to center, float one leg up and then the other one. Bring the knees in towards your chest. And then reach the toes of the right foot down towards the floor and bring it back. And the left foot, bring the toes towards the floor and in. Again, right foot, keep the left knee in towards your chest and back. And the left foot goes down, right knee stays in. You might want to continue that, or for a bit more challenge, both legs together towards the floor and bringing them in. So you might not go all the way to the floor, just as far as you can, but really use the lower stomach. As the feet go down, really pull the stomach in and up. Toes go down, really engage the muscles of the stomach. Bring the knees back, and we're going to go for a single leg stretch. Reach one leg out and then the other. One knee stays close and the other one stretches out. Let's pick up the pace a little bit faster, still maintaining that deep work in the center, and relax. keep the right knee in. You can hold on with one hand or two. Draw the knee in towards your chest. Stretch the left leg out to get a really nice stretch on the front of that left thigh. And let's change legs, hugging the left knee with one hand or two hands, stretching the right leg out as long as possible. Bringing it back, reach the legs up and towards your face, and then lengthening the legs away. Lift and lower. As you lower, stomach pulls in. So again, just go as far as you can and still feel that the stomach is working really deeply. Bring the legs towards you. Lengthen them away, drawing the stomach in, taking them back, and this time we'll stay for a stretch. So glide your hands towards your feet and just breathe into that deep stretch of the whole back body. Let go, bring your legs into a wide straddle position, and it might feel nice just to play a little bit from side to side. You might want to hold on to your legs or your feet. Perhaps it might feel good to bend and stretch, whatever feels like a good stretch for you. Then carefully take the ball out of there, and we're going to bring it in between the shoulder blades. Find that comfortable place. Clasp your hands behind your head and allow the head to drop back, opening the elbows, opening the chest as far as feels comfortable. As you exhale, lengthen the neck, bring the head and shoulders up, draw the stomach in. As you inhale, open all the way back. Exhale, engage the pelvic floor and stomach muscles, lengthen the spine, lift the head and shoulders up. Inhale, opening the chest, the elbows, dropping the head back. Lifting up. You're going to stay there and take little pulses up and up, as if you want to almost take your shoulders off the ball. Lift up. Again, open back. And one more time, lifting up, little pulses, pulling the stomach in and in, creating more and more length through the spine. Then reach the arms forwards, grab onto behind your legs, come up just a little bit more, and we're going to take the head and shoulders back. I'm going to stay there for a few moments. So it might feel good to stretch out your arms, it might feel good to stretch out your legs. Just find whatever works for you, perhaps rocking from side to side. If your head isn't fully supported on the mat, you might prefer to keep your hands behind your head. Find the position that really opens up your chest. And then come up, bring the ball back in between your knees. Clasp your hands behind your head, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, lift the head and shoulders up. We're going to stay there and pulse the knees together. Squeeze. Each squeeze with the knees, feel the pelvic floor muscles and stomach muscles engaging even more. Relax the head and shoulders down, bring the knees up. We're going to take a modified crisscross. Trying to bring your opposite elbow beyond the knee. So reach beyond the knees. The legs will move a little bit, not too much so we don't lose the ball. Try and bring your elbow beyond, lift it up. So you should really be feeling your oblique muscles working in this one. Coming back to center, this time we're going to bring both knees in towards the forehead, forehead in towards the knees, and relax down. As if your nose wants to touch the ball, and down. Squeeze those knees in towards you, or hips will come up a little bit, and down again. Squeeze, 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 really rounding through the spine, and down. Open the arms to the side. We're going to take side to side. Take both legs halfway towards the floor on the right. Squeeze with your knees on the ball, and come back. Halfway towards the floor on the left, squeeze and come back. If you like, you can take it closer towards the floor, but really try and keep the opposite shoulder blade down on the mat. So when you go over to the left, think of the right shoulder blade pressing down. Use the deep stomach muscles to bring the legs back. Keep the arms wide open, chest broad. If you can really work from the deep stomach muscles while keeping the upper body open and relaxed. We're going to step over to the right and take little pulses there. Squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. Come back to center, going over to the left. Stay there, taking little pulses. Squeeze, 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 and back. Ball between the ankles, hands behind the head. Inhale as you exhale, reach the legs up, lift the head and shoulders. Lift and lower the legs. Bring the legs towards you, the hips come up just a bit. As you exhale, draw the stomach in, reach the legs down as far as you can. Still keeping the stomach engagement. Lengthen the legs, lift the hips up just a bit. Lengthen the legs away. Lift. Stay there and relax. Take the ball to the right side, bend your left knee and place the knee on the ball. Use your right hand to gently press down into the ball and really think of opening your left shoulder. Nice deep breath here. Each exhalation, deepen the stretch just a little bit more. Let's take the ball over to the other side. So this time your right knee will be on the ball. Your left hand encourages the leg to press down as your right shoulder opens. Breathe into this. Slowly coming out of that. Going to come on to lying on our sides with the ball in between the ankles. Stretch the arm out long, stretch the legs out long, lengthen and lift both legs, float them up, lengthen them even more to float them down. Really creating length through the legs, through the spine as you lift and you lower. Lengthen to lift, lengthen more to lower. As you lift, engage your pelvic floor and deep stomach muscles. Lifting. I'm going to stay there and take little pulses in and in. Squeeze the ball, squeeze. Relax down and then lengthen. I'm going to pulse up, reaching both legs away. Lift them up and up and up. Keep lengthening through the spine. And let's come up to sitting. I'm going to place the ball under your waist. Have one hand behind your head. The other hand can be either behind your head or support yourself in front. And we're going to kick the leg forwards for a modified side kick and reach the leg back. Reach it forwards, lengthen the leg back. Kick forwards, flex the foot, point the foot as you sweep it back. Forwards, back. One more time, forwards, lengthening back, coming forward, slightly turning the foot, and we're going to take little pulses up, down, reaching the heel forwards, sending the hips back, and then sweep the leg back as far as you can. And we'll take the little pulses back, up, down, tap, down and up, down and up. Shoulders are down, away from the ears. Draw your stomach in, stretch even more. Come up onto your arm and we're going to thread the other one through as if you're trying to get your elbows to touch, getting a really nice twist through the body. Let's do that whole thing onto the other side. So come to lying on your side, ball in between your ankles, lengthen the arm out, lengthen the legs out as you lift them up and lengthen even more as you bring them down. Reach the legs away, lift them, lengthen them down. As the legs lift up, really notice what's happening in your pelvic floor and your stomach muscles. Lengthen the top of your head away from the tips of your toes. Again, lifting up and down. Up and little squeezes, squeeze and pulse and lengthen even more. relax down, lifting them both up in little pulses, up and up and up. Each time we're creating a little bit more length through the entire body. Take the legs down, we'll come to a sitting position. Ball underneath your waist for the side kick. You can either have both hands behind your head or support one on the floor. Kick the leg forwards and stretch it back. Flex and point the foot as it goes back. Kick forwards, lengthening the leg back. Forward, stretch it back. Long spine. And bringing the leg forwards, back. Last time, little pulses up, down, slightly internally rotating the leg in the hip socket, sweeping it back, and little pulses up and down, opening the chest, and coming up to a mermaid position. Thread the other arm through, try and get the elbows to touch as you lift your stomach up. Deep breath. And we're going to come to lying on our stomachs with the ball just underneath the sternum. So adjust it to find the place that's right for you. Press the forearms into the mat, sink the head down, and then push down even more to float the head up. Really lengthen the spine, extend the spine. And again, drop the head down. Press down with the forearms. Extend the upper back, open your chest, really get that sense of length through the body. Dropping the head. Pressing down. It's as if the ball almost wants to roll a little bit forwards as you go up. Place the hands underneath the shoulders. Push down with the hands. Bring yourself all the way up off the ball. Coming down. Take the ball in front if you place both hands on the ball. Glide your shoulders down. As you lift the head and shoulders, lift one leg and then bring everything back down. Again, shoulders glide down. Extend the upper back, extend the other leg and down. Again, first leg really lengthening through the back of the body and down. Other leg pressing down into the ball, opening the chest. And then we'll take a little swimming variation. Scissor the legs, flutter kicks, relax it down. Let's come up to an all fours position. Put the ball in between your knees. Spread your fingers, lengthen the spine. Exhale, round the back, pull the stomach in and squeeze the knees together into the ball. Inhale, arch the back, gaze forwards, lengthening. And again, rounding, pulling the stomach in, squeeze the ball, feel the pelvic floor and stomach muscles lifting. Inhale, keep lengthening through the spine. Rounding, drawing the navel in as you curl the tailbone towards the top of the head. And then we're going to tuck the toes, press down and hover the legs as you squeeze the ball. Squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. Gently place the knees down. And again, press the hands down, lift the knees up and squeeze and squeeze. Each squeeze, notice how the pelvic floor and muscles, stomach muscles engage. Set the knees down, arch the back. This time I'm going to push back, reach the heels down, reach the sits bones back, lengthening through the spine. Coming forward, setting the knees down, arching the back. Again, push back into the inverted V position, heels down, hips back, long spine. Then I'm going to lift up the heels as high as possible, round the back, bring the weight forward, coming back, press the heels down. Again, lift them up, rounding the upper back, opening in between the shoulder blades, lengthen back down, rounding forwards, really lift the stomach as high as possible. Set the knees down. Let's come to a rest position, so it might be comfortable to have the ball underneath your hips. Relax your forehead down, coming back to the breath. So you might want to stay exactly where you are, or for an extra little twist, slide the right arm underneath the left. Feel that stretch in the right shoulder blade. And then over to the other side. Stretching the left arm through to get the stretch in the left shoulder blade. Coming back to that child's pose and slowly rolling up vertebra by vertebra, coming up to sitting with a tall spine. And let's finish off by bringing our awareness to the breath. How the breath flows in and out, and noticing how your body feels now. I do hope you enjoyed this class, and please subscribe if you haven't done so already for some more free classes together.